Today we're taking a proper look at the new car wash business in GTA Online, which has little to do with soap and sponges and a lot to do with scrubbing the numbers off your cash pile. By the end, you'll know whether the car wash is worth putting your Los Santos dollars into, or if it's just another front that looks tidy on the outside but leaves your bank balance short. Alright, let's set the stage. The hands-on car wash might look like another plain storefront tucked away in Strawberry, but this isn't about soap and sponges. It's the doorway to Rockstar's Money Fronts update, a shiny new spot to funnel all your hard-earned profits from across the empire. Coke lockups, meth labs, weed farms, bunkers, nightclubs, cargo warehouses, and even the acid lab. If it prints dirty bills, the car wash is ready to clean them. Once the place is running, it will quietly stack passive income from those rackets into your office safe. It caps at around 100 grand before you need to swing by and empty it, which is about as close to free money as GTA Online gets. But that's only half the picture. The real work comes from the jobs you'll be running for Mr. Favor, your laundering go-between in a nice suit, if I don't say so myself. Each job pays 35 grand, but with a twist. Instead of hitting your mate's bank account, the cash gets cleaned and ends up in a duffel bag back at your car wash bedroom. You pick up the bag and just like that, your shady earnings turn into clean, spendable cash. Once the main shop's ticking along, you can add a couple of side businesses like Smoke on the Water or Higgins Heli Tours. These serve as satellite fronts where you can start jobs, but all the money still ends up flowing back into your car wash safe. It looks tidy, but let's not pretend it's legal. There's also a system called Heat. Run too many laundering jobs in a row and the game makes the authorities take notice. When the meter rises, your passive income stalls out. To cool things down, you need to act like an honest business owner for a few minutes. That could mean washing an actual car, delivering stock for the dispensary, or flying tourists on a quick sightseeing trip. Do a couple of these clean jobs and the safe starts filling again as if nothing's happened. The car wash is more than soap and wax. It connects your criminal empire with your clean balance. Now, it wouldn't be a Rockstar update without a few shady figures hanging around, and the car wash setup fits that pattern. Sitting at the top is Martin Madrazo. If you remember story mode, he was the cartel boss with a short fuse and a knack for smashing golf clubs through windows. This time he plays a bigger role. He's the one who introduces you to the Money Fronts operation and points you toward the car wash. On paper, it looks like a small business pushing whack jobs and pine-scented freshness. Alongside him is Mr. Favor. He's new to the game, but he's not background filler. He acts as the fixer, lining up jobs, managing fronts. Every time you run a laundering gig for 35 grand, it's Faber who sets it up and makes sure the bag ends up back at your car wash. Together, they form the backbone of the business. Madrazo brings the weight and reputation, while Faber handles the numbers and the daily grind. They may not be as wild as Trevor or as clever as Lester, but without them, the car wash operation stalls before it even gets going. So how do you actually pick up this soapy little empire? The hands-on car wash is the entry point for the Money Fronts update. Rockstar makes you start here before unlocking anything else. You can forget about grabbing Smoke on the Water or Higgins Heli Tours until this place is in your name. The price tag sits at 1 million GTA dollars. So before buying, you can choose an interior tint for an extra 10 grand, though it's really just a coat of paint. Don't expect nightclub lights or casino flair. This is still really just a car wash. Buying is simple. Head to Maze Bank Foreclosures and find the Strawberry Car Wash in the listings. Or walk up to the sign outside and claim it right there. Same cost, less clicking. Once the paperwork is done, Raf will give you a quick tour. He points out the office with your passive income safe, the loft where you pick up your laundered cash from missions, and the laptop where you line up active jobs. From that point on, every shady dollar and every washed bill flows through this building. Whether it's from a job or collected over time, the car wash becomes the hub that keeps your whole operation ticking. Once the papers are signed and you step inside, the setup is simple. No drawn out cutscenes or long tutorials. Raf gives you a short walkthrough and highlights the 3 things that matter most. That's the core of your laundering empire, all under one roof. The safe is where the passive income builds up. Money from the coke labs, bunkers, nightclubs and other rackets filters in and stacks there. It taps out at 100 grand and once it hits the cap, it stops. The trick is to make a habit of checking in, opening it up and clearing it before it stalls, same as the nightclub and the arcade. The loft holds a duffel bag, which is where the payouts from Mr. Faber's jobs appear. It's not instant, you run a job, it gets cleaned behind the curtain, and after a short wait the bag fills up. Grab it and the funds are ready to spend. The laptop acts as your hub. It works much like the CEO desk or the MC Clubhouse terminal. From there you can launch laundering jobs, track passive gains, and later on manage add-on fronts such as Smoke on the Water or Higgins Heli Tours. It may not look flashy, but it's practical. Okay, let's look at the mission types. The different types of jobs you'll be running to keep your car wash empire moving. Type 1 is the business specific laundering missions. So these are the bread and butter jobs. 4 per business, all repeatable. Most of your grind will be spent here. For the hands-on car wash business, we have 4 core missions. The first is recover the cash stockade, where you can chase an armored truck full of dirty cash. Sounds easy until the guards roll up and the streets flood with SUVs that appear out of thin air. Blast open the truck, grab the loot, and escape before the NPC aimbots turn you into Swiss cheese. Heavy firepower helps with you. Then there is the recover the cash stash car. It's the same idea, just a smaller scale. Rivals stash their money in a regular car, you steal it, and the whole block erupts in chaos. The car's fragile, so one rocket or a bad corner can ruin everything. Drive smart and only shoot when needed. You can't forget about the steal the rivals cash. Straight raid on a stash house. Clear a small army, scoop up the money, and walk out. Quick but messy. Solo players should bring armor, while groups can just kind of bulldoze through. The last one for the hands-on car wash is torch the rival operation. You roll in with firepower and burn the rival setup to the ground. Molotovs, sticky bombs, whatever makes things explode. It's pure mayhem and probably the most fun of the lot. Same thing for the Higgins Heli Tours missions. You can play Recover the Cargo, where the rivals swipe your shipment and you fight to take it back. Armed boats and helicopters swarm you while you play Top Gun with clunky controls. Clear the escorts, grab the load, and dodge the magic bullet NPCs. Next is Recover the Helicopter. One of your choppers gets stolen and stashed on a rooftop or in a hangar packed with guards. Clear them, steal it back, then fight off more enemies as you fly home. Stay low and fast to avoid being shredded. Deliver the cargo seems straightforward, but it kinda isn't. It starts like a legit job. Load up, head out for a delivery, and just as you're feeling professional, rivals ambush you. Defend the drop, finish the run, and pocket 35 grand. We've also got Recover the Cash Case. A rival crew moves a suitcase of cash, you jump them, grab it, and then fight through endless SUVs trying to ruin your day. Survive the chaos and drop it off at a helipad. Smoke on the Water is no different, with the same number of missions. First is torch the weed farms. It's simple and messy and a heck of a lot of fun. Burn the grow ops with molotovs, gas cans or explosives. Guards show up but the fire steals the show. You can also collect the fertilizer convoy ambush, and that's where rivals haul supply trucks across the map and you need to hijack them. It turns into a bit of a highway battle followed by a slow drive home while waves of pursuers attack. Recover the product is pretty self-explanatory. Rivals swipe your shipment, you clear the hideout, kill the guards, and take it back. Once you grab it, the whole map seems to wake up and try to kill you. Deliver and hope you're stocked up on ammo. Then there is my favourite. Eliminate the rival dealers. Think whack-a-mole. Rival dealers pop up across the city. They're quick, they're lightly armed and scattered. Hunt them down and clear the streets for yourself. The second type of missions we get are legitimate missions like cash jobs. These are the low-paying jobs that reset your heat meter and let you start earning passive income again. For the car wash, you literally wash NPC cars. Pull one into the bay, clean it up, and the system cools off. It's dull compared to most GTA, but it resets the meter and gets you back on track. Smoke on the Water lets you play delivery driver for a legal package. Pick it up, run it across the map, and drop it off without gunfire or explosions. It feels tame, but it keeps a safe feeling. For Higgins Heli Tours, well, you become a sightseeing pilot. Pick up tourists, fly them around for a short loop, and bring them back. No big action, just a quick ride that clears the heat and keeps things running. The third type of mission is Mr. Faber's work. So they're the storyline ones. Alongside the repeatable grind, there is a short set of story missions tied to Mr. Faber. Think of them as a mini campaign that introduces the laundering network. They each pay 35 grand, but they are one and done, with a heavier focus on cutscenes and set pieces. You'll repo a stolen overflood Amagio from the casino in ROI, chase down a diamond thief named Skinny in Compound Interest, and haul one of Madrazo's contraband trucks across the map in mutual funds. In current liabilities, you bail out one of Faber's contacts during an ambush while fighting a crew known as the Professionals. Everything leads to the Monopoly, a finale where you storm a construction site fortress and wipe out an entire network in a drawn-out firefight. It's loud, it's cinematic, and it's built to feel like a capstone. Alright, so once the fronts are in place and the missions are unlocked, the question becomes how to pull the most money out of the car wash setup. This place is more than just a side hustle. It multiplies the value of everything else you run. On the passive side, the wall safes fill to a cap of 100,000. The more rackets you own, the faster it stacks. The catch is once the safe is full, it stops. So that means you need to check it fairly often. Leaving it full is the same as throwing money away, and that means regular visits to clear it out, or you lose money for no reason. On the active side, every laundering job pays 35,000. It's not yacht money on its own, but run a few in a row and the totals build quickly. Push too many dirty jobs in a short span and the heat shuts your passive flow down. The only way to call things off is with clean gig work. Each extra front you buy adds more than missions. Higgins Heli Tours gives you a bonus on air cargo sales, while Smoke on the Water boosts MC weed drops. That means if you already grind these businesses, owning the full set of Money Fronts bonuses adds bonus payouts on top of your regular laundering income. The best rhythm is to clear the story missions first, then settle into cycles of laundering runs with the occasional clean job to keep the heat low. Empty the safe before it fills, collect the duffel when it's ready, and time your big sales with the right front bonuses. The car wash shifts from a novelty to one of the strongest money setups in the game. Right, on to the fine print that Rockstar keeps tucked away. The car wash setup is solid, but it comes with its share of catches. Mission design brings its usual Rockstar quirks. NPCs land shots like snipers, enemy convoys spawn from nowhere, and AI drivers treat walls like shortcuts. Escort jobs are especially punishing if you go solo, so bring a crew and that makes them manageable. Otherwise, expect a few frustrating restarts. The car wash can play well, but it's not automatic. Manage heat, clear the safe often, bring backup for the rougher jobs, and expect to invest heavily if you want every single perk unlocked. Skip those steps, and it risks feeling more like a drain than a boost. So that wraps up the car wash business in GTA Online. From Madrazo pulling you back into the mess, to Faber running the jobs, to Raf pointing out the safe, everything ties together here. Is it the top business in Los Santos? Nah, not by a longie. The nightclub and bunker still bring in bigger returns, but as a front that connects your other ventures, throws in fresh missions, and gives extra perks, it's worth the price tag. And let's be honest, there's a certain comedy in laundering cartel money through a neighborhood car wash. So, have you tried it yet? And did you actually bother to wash a car? Drop your comments, your thoughts, and share the safest way you found to fill that safe. Thanks again. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next one.